Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the International Assembly Gala Show. And here's your host for this evening, Anthony Darkstone.
Greetings, and then thank you, Joel. Welcome. Buonasera a tutti, bonsoir, bonne noite, buenas noches, good abend, good evening, and indeed a very good afternoon and good morning, depending on where you are watching this on a planet. Welcome to yet another, and we've had, if my memory serves, 7 of these in the last year or so, and each one has got progressively better. As you all know, the cast is made up entirely of members of the SAM International Assembly, and if you're not a member of the Society of American Magicians, you can join the International Assembly. You don't have to be an American citizen, nor do you have to live in the United States. In fact, we have members from literally all 4 corners of the planet. Everybody says this, so I'm not an exception. We have a great show lined up for you. Now, as is customary before the show, I always ask senior people in the Society of American Magicians to say a quick hello to us. And I will start with the Dean of the entire Society of American Magicians. He was a past national president, a wonderful man, and I'm honored to call him a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. George Schindler, who will greet us with a few words.
Hello, and thank you for coming this afternoon. It's raining here in New York, but I hope it's beautiful where you are, and I'm looking forward to a great show. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, George. Moving on fairly swiftly, the other gentleman is, and we address him as most illustrious. We've always addressed the president of the Society of American Magicians with that title. Few words from most illustrious, Mr. Tom Gentile.
Welcome, everyone. It looks like an unbelievable cast this afternoon, and I'm really looking forward to spending a few minutes with everyone. It's that time of year for me, so I can stay for a little while, and congratulations to everybody who's performing today, and welcome all who's coming to enjoy the show.
Nice hat, most illustrious.
I know you like it contemporary. Do you want it off, Anthony, for the
No,
Okay.
that's
I can
perfect
do that.
because
Okay.
no, that's okay because you're Santa Claus in the summer as well. So, that's fine. It stays.
All right. Okay.
Okay, well, I think we've done all that. Thank you. And I think really, as the bard once said, without further ado, he didn't say that, but similar. Ladies and gentlemen, a longtime friend, really longtime friend, a polymath, a master, a musician. You know what? No, he didn't pay me to say any of this. Ladies and gentlemen, J. Scott Berry.
Thank you, Anthony. Greetings, everyone. And thank you very much. Back to you, Anthony.
Wow. 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 I think you're all going to agree with those wows. This next performer blew our minds on the last Gala show. I mean, she really did. And I thought, you know what? Let's bring her back. I'm not going to say very much. Feast your eyes and delight your senses with none other than the gorgeous Meadow Perry.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm Meadow Perry. They say that it's in the stars, and that may be true, but where it's really at is in the bubbles. You see, each bubble is a galaxy unto itself. They're full of colors and endless possibilities. Let me show you. Thank you so much, Anthony, for having me on your show once again.
Well, that was an absolute delight. I'm sure you will all agree. And you can now understand why we just had to have her back. I know she has many, many fans in the audience. I'm now going to take you from where Meadow hangs out in the USA in the northern part over to England. This gentleman is a fairly recent member to the SAM and our International Assembly. And I've seen a little bit of his work. And as it was December time, it's sort of traditional. You know what? I'll let him tell you a little bit more about it. Please welcome Mr. Kevin Peel.
Hi, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever in the world you are. It's so great to be here and see so many people. Wow, I am just absolutely overwhelmed. I love the way the magic resonates through history, connecting the great showman of eras long gone with other moments in time. Before I continue, I pre-selected someone to help me. Now, I hope that she's there. So Sonia, are you able to help me during this?
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Lovely, terrific. The usual Zoom delay there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just switch you off for the moment, Sonia.
Okay.
So, born in 1805, Jean-Eugène Robert was to become one of the legends of magic under his adopted name of Robert Houdin. And in 1894, a Hungarian emigre to the USA changed his name from Eric Weiss to Houdini as a tribute to Houdin and became the greatest showman of his age. And then in 2001, David Copperfield released this wonderful book, A History of Magic. And he is one of the greatest showmen around in this current era. And he took his name from a famous book by Charles Dickens. And that's who we're going to talk about tonight. So this is a lovely book, and I will bring, there we go, Sonia in to join me. Sonia, we're going to do a little story based around a Christmas carol, and I'd like you to help me tonight, if you could, please. In this little box, I have a little sealed envelope, which we will put out the way for the moment, and some items, some rather lovely cards with pictures on, with depicting scenes from The Christmas Carol, from the book, The Christmas Carol. And I also have some old gift tags with short mottos from the book. What I'd like you to do is help me select some items. So are you all right with that, Sonia?
Yes.
Okay. So if I just give these a little mix up, so you may have seen what order they were in or where they were, but it really doesn't matter. And I'm going to spread them out. There we go, like this. Okay, I want you to choose one of these, Sonia.
Mm-hmm.
And what I would like to do is just keep moving my finger backwards and forwards. And at any point in time, when you feel right, I just want you to say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Did that feel fair to you?
Yeah.
Okay. We will just take the others away. So these are the ones that you didn't select. There we got Greed and Want, Marley's Ghost, The Last of the Spirits, Scrooge's Third Visitor, and Mr. Fezziwig's Bill. Oh, and they're all various scenes from the Christmas Carol book. Okay, so I'm going to move on now to these are rather lovely little gift tags, and they've all got mottos from A Christmas Carol on them. And again, I'm going to get you to select one of these. I'll again mix them up so we don't know what is where. And I just put a black band around that. So, Sonia, we have bits of string attached to the tags. So I'd like you just to choose one of these tags by choosing the string that's attached to it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Which one would you like?
4, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. So again, it could have been any of those. So we are left with those two and our little envelope that's been sat there all along. I'm just going to open the envelope and see what's inside. Take the seal, and in the envelope we have a page from the novel A Christmas Carol, and on the other side of this page is a picture, and that just so happens to be the one that you told me to stop on. And we also have a present tag, and that also is the one that you told me to stop on.
Wonderful.
I'll just read that to you.
Mhm.
I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Kevin. That was intriguing and very, dare I say it, Christmassy. very apt,
Yeah.
very apt indeed for the time of the year. Whatever people want to celebrate. Usually, I celebrate. What? I'm not supposed to listen. Dean Martin did it, okay, but he covered it up because he could sing. I can't. So, well, hey, it's that time of the year, and everybody who knows me knows I'm fond of Jack Daniels. So, wetting my whistle takes on a whole new meaning, and it should, because this gentleman is a very good friend to many of us, myself included, and all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. He has been on the Gala shows before, and he's kind of gone Christmassy on us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Mind Week.
Yo, thanks for having me back, Antonio. I really appreciate it. I am the Mind Week. And if you remember, I only do demonstrations. Now, demonstrations should never be attempted by anyone, at any time, anywhere. They're just too dangerous. That's right. I found out the other day that that's right, Santa Claus himself, took my name off of the present receiving list. Are you kidding me? That ain't right at all. Although, Mind Week has been very naughty this year. But I wasn't going to take it. So I went down to Santa Claus's workshop. That's right. And there, I found his sleigh. That's right. Sitting there, all alone. What I'm about to do is even more naughty. That's right. So it was a good thing I brought along my Do Not Chris Angled Barricades. That's right, my friends. Hashtag Chris Angle. Forget about that. Don't worry about that. Let me get back to what I was doing. So I took my barricades. I put one in front, just like that. The other one, I put in behind the sleigh. And just then, Santa came walking into this workshop. I looked him straight in the eye and I said, listen, if there's no present for me, there's no sleigh for use. That's because I am the Mind Week and you're not. Forget about
it. Right, very unprofessional, but I'm cracking up. Some of the magicians in the audience would have got the slightly veiled references about Chris Angle and the visual of Mind Week. If you didn't, send me $20. I'll explain it all to you at some stage. We go to Canada now, which is a great place, and I'm delighted to tell you that we have a number of Canadians in the Society of American Magicians and a number of Canadians in the International Assembly. A gentleman you've probably seen before, Dr. Michael Leakey, but he wrote a wonderful book about metaphysics and magic, and I thought it might be very interesting to ask him to create something along those lines. So, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Michael Leakey.
Thank you, Mr. President. A pleasure and an honor to be here. As some of you might know, I've been a Tai Chi, Qigong, and meditation instructor for many years, and I've found these tools to be invaluable in my personal as well as in my professional life. I've also outlined this in my most recent book, Metaphysics, Mysticism, and Performance Magic, available from Amazon, which our illustrious president was kind enough to write the foreword to. Here now is my ode to what is known as Qi in Chinese, Ki in Japanese, and Prana in Sanskrit.
Wow. Very Chi. Okay. We now are going to head all the way over to Malta, which is a wonderful mystical island all of its own, as some of you may know who have visited it. We have a wonderful gentleman there who is a member of our assembly. Obviously, all the cast members are, and an MMC of the Magic Circle. And he was kind enough, in fact, to appear in last year's Gala show with Kevin James and several other people. And I had to bring him back this year, for December, because he made quite a hit when he did a show in which we fundraised for animals. Yeah, there's a few magicians who love doing that, just myself, Lance Burton, and this next gentleman. We like to fundraise for animals. Well, he made this show. Some of you have seen it. One of the effects in the show really blew everybody away. It's a classic, but not the way they do it. When I say they, I'm talking about him and his partner. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Brian Rollet and Lola Palmer.
Thank you so much, Anthony, and greetings to everybody. First of all, it is very, very nice to be part of this feast of magic, and I hope that everybody is having a very good time. Now, I'm not alone. There's Lola with me, and this is our time to share our magic with you all. So, do enjoy the magic we have for you. thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the show. Have a good time.
Well, thank you, Brian and Lola. And I happen to know there's one gentleman in here called George, who is in England, who absolutely loves that effect. I love it, particularly because of the way Brian and Lola do it. And I'm sure you all enjoy that. And speaking of England, our next performer comes from England. And she's been on the Gala shows before and all over the world, basically. And I'm a huge fan. I really shouldn't say that as a producer, but you know what? Hey, I am. I'm a huge fan. I'm not alone. Dear Eugene Berger was a great fan. Jeff McBride and his wife Abigail are also great fans. In a moment, you'll understand why. She's doing something slightly different today. And I happen to know she worked extraordinarily hard on this. I know these things as a producer, but anyway, settle back and have a slightly different look at a slightly different way than you're used to seeing her. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Sylvia Scepter.
Thank you, Anthony.
the amazing Sylvia Scepter. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to tell you that one of our previous performers, Mr. J. Scott Berry, and myself, as you can see, we escaped a certain barbershop in LA. Huh? What? Well, if you're a magician, you'll get it. This barbershop in LA, when he was not cutting people's hair, was doing stuff with boxes. Now, you know, it's a long way from LA to bring a box. And I've just got to throw on my earpiece that the elevator's down and they're going to have to carry it all the way up the stairs. But hey, you know, it's in New York, so that's okay. So in the meantime, they said to me, do something and pass the time. I went, yeah, I'm already doing that. You know, it's traditional in the gala shows, you know, for the host to have some Tennessee liquid. So, you know what? I don't have any magic to do, so I'll just sit here and you watch me drink. No, let me see if I can find somebody here. Yeah. Oh, you look like you're not doing anything, and a very good-looking gentleman, fine-looking beard as well. Peter Stevens, are you there? Yeah, I think I can see you somewhere. Yeah, I can see you somewhere. I wonder if they'll bring you up on the screen next to me, if they can do that. What? Oh, you're still having trouble with the box? Okay, I'm working. Okay, you tell me when you're ready. I'll stop. Okay. Oh, here he is, Peter. Okay, what? It's stuck on the stairs. Okay, figure it out. I'm working. Right. Oh, yes, you're there, Peter. Hello. I'm sorry about this. I apologize. I'm so sorry about this. Peter, would you? Are you a magician?
Learning to be, yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you possess such a thing as a deck of cards?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Yeah. Give them a good shuffle, would you? Come in, whatever you choose, we'll use. Okay, it's not equivocal. Whatever you choose, your choice. Would you like the picture cards or the number cards?
Picture cards, please.
You like the picture cards? That's the one we'll use. Okay. Could you just quickly take them out? Is that fairly easy for you to do?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Let me know when we're done, Peter.
No problem.
What?
With
almost there. Good. Oh, okay. Sorry. Back to you, Peter. Yeah. Okay. What have you got, sir? You got the picture cards, yes?
I do.
Yeah. You should have kings, queens, and jacks, correct?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Your choice again. Would you like the ladies or the gentlemen to get rid of?
Let's go with the gentlemen.
You want to go with the gentlemen? You have two sets of gentlemen, the kings and the jacks. Your choice. Whatever you choose, we will use.
Let's use the jacks.
You'll use the jacks. Okay. We have red jacks and black jacks.
Let's go with the red ones.
You want to go with the red ones. We have a heart and diamond jack. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That is correct. Excellent. Now this is the tricky part. Just a second. Look, it worked for Dean Martin, all right? Sorry, I've forgotten where we were, actually. This stuff is a lot more important than I figured. You have a red jacks. It was the heart and the diamonds. Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Again, you go ahead and choose. Whatever you choose, we will use.
Okay. I'm going to go with the jack of diamonds.
Oh, goodness. Thank goodness for that. No. Oh, okay. You finally got there. They're reading the label. They're reading the label. They're reading the label. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What is it? Jack of diamonds. Okay. Oh, the box is here. Great. Oh, goody. Wonderful. Okay. The performer's been ready. They're just toting this box. This next gentleman, I absolutely love this guy. We first began working together about a year or so ago, and we've done some really cool stuff along the way. In fact, a lot of people told us that we have. We've enjoyed it. We still enjoy it. We're going to be doing more cool stuff. He's a former president of the SAM and delighted that he accepted to become the dean of our International Assembly. So would you please give an extraordinarily warm welcome to the legendary Dr. Joel Batman Zaritsky.
Thank you, my brother. In the absence of light, in the pure darkness, our dreams are able to transcend reality and space, allowing us to bend and twist our perceptions. The box of shadows. A wooden box, when once closed, is devoid of light when shadows can play upon our mind. Two ropes, a red and a white, as they go into different sides of the box. And up through the top. One on one side, the other, the red. And yet, it appears as if they have linked. Is this a cosmic anomaly? Have the stars aligned to open an interdimensional partition? As we remove, they actually have linked. This cannot be. But it is the box of shadows. As we put, again, one rope on each side, and we allow light to come in, we can see the white and the red. Is this a dream? As we bring the ropes forward, I shall take a wand and as I put some tension on here, we know they're not linked, but this is but a dream. For as I remove the wand and I take the ropes, and pull. What devilry is this? How can that be? Anthony,
yes,
would you do me a favor?
Anything.
I'm going to have you choose either a red or a white rope. Your
Red.
choice. The red. Thank you, sir. I'm going to put, again, the red through the box. A brass ring, perfectly round in shape, unblemished, unbroken. Again, to the box of shadows. The ring is on the rope. C'est impossible! What lurks in the heart of the box? Only the shadows know. Back to you, Anthony.
Wow. Thank you. And for all the slightly older magicians like myself who've been around, there was a certain barber applauding. His name was Dean Dill, and that was his box. And I've seen a few people do it in my time. And if you've been around like me, I'll pretty much guarantee you have never, ever seen this version of it. Absolutely outstanding. Cosmic, eh? Anomaly, eh? It's in the stars, eh? Oh, yes. It's in the stars, as Meadow Perry said. And we just found with the cosmic anomaly. Let's take you to Ireland. Now, the particular gentleman lives in England, but I always consider him Irish because he's often said he will buy me some Jameson at the bar of the Magic Circle, where he is an MIMC with the gold star. And wonderful to bring him back again. And I'm sure many of you have become fans. A grand master magician, And I'm not flattering him when I say that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. John O'Riordan.
Thank you, Anthony. And thank you for the Academy of having me back to perform for you again. I'm thoroughly enjoying the show and I'm in great company. So I'd like to do a little bit of classic magic for you tonight. And I just want to put a question out really. Have you noticed that the performers are getting younger through the show? I'm including myself. Now, a little bit of card magic, and I would just like someone just to, not particularly do a lot for me, but just to help me perform something. May I have someone?
Let's have a quick look in the gallery and see if we have anybody volunteering here. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll pick somebody for you if that's okay, John. I know we haven't organized anything, but wonderful Harriet, who's a member of our assembly, and Harriet Jacobson, well known to everybody in the SAM and indeed in all the other magic organizations. So Harriet, would you be kind enough to help John?
I'd love to.
Thank you, Harriet.
I have seen you before, and it's a pleasure to see you and talk to you this evening. What I'm going to do is just do a little bit of card magic. Now, cards, I know you're familiar with playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
When every time we shuffle cards, we make history because the cards are different every time. You'll never see them again. But what I would like you to do, Harriet, is could you give me a number between 10 and 20?
12.
12. So I'm going to count them out slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, before COVID and all that, I could ask you to pick a card. This is the reason why I'm doing it this way tonight. Now, 12, I'm going to go a little bit further than that. You give me 12, shuffle deck, freely chosen 12. I'll go a little bit further. There's 2 digits, 1 and 2 is 3. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to look away. Would you take note of that card?
Yes.
Okay.
Got it.
Can you see it all right? I'm going to
Yes.
place it down here and shuffle it back into the pack. Now, Harriet, do you think I could possibly reach out and know your card?
No way.
Right. What we're going to do is, it's very difficult over Zoom, but I'm going to try it. I'm getting a feeling of colors. There's red and black. Black and red. E-D, red. Now, if it's a red, it could be hearts or diamonds. So I say hearts. H-E-A-R-T-S. Yes. What was your card?
Ace of spades.
Oh, well, isn't that?
That's it.
That would, now, Harriet, the thing is, you might think you're seeing things, but the ace of spades, once you see it, you'll probably see it again. There's the ace of spades.
Uh-huh.
We'll turn it again, and you might say you had no free choice at all. Look, there's another ace, and finally another ace here. Now, the ace of spades is a leader ace, but I'll go further than that. You thought you saw 4 aces of spades, but you've actually seen 4 aces.
Huh.
Now, the thing is, here we go. So we've got the ace of spades, and ace of spades is a leader ace. So 2.
Okay.
There's a 3.
Huh.
There's a 4. There's a 5. There's a 6. And there's a 7. We'll try for the 8. We'll spin the card out and we have an 8.
Huh.
The 9 is quite a hard card to find, but we'll do it slowly. And there is a 9.
Wow.
The 10 follows, and we'll reveal that in a spectacular way. We'll deal the cards out like this, and the 10 turns face up. Now, we'll do the actual productions in another way now. The next card would be the Jack of Spades. So we're going to spell the Jack of Spades. So it's JACKOFSPADES. Mr. Jack of Spades here. The reason why we might have missed the Jack of Spades, because the amazing part about it is all the time you've been watching my hands, and what I do is I have the Jack of Spades. So that's a freely selected card on your thing that you chose a number.
Wow.
Now, just a little bit of classic magic here. We have a wand, a cup, and a piece of rope. The cup is empty, and we'll tie a little knot. There. A knot in the middle. But if we come down and pull it, there we are. A little knot in the cup. Now, sometimes the knot can be in the cup, sometimes it can be in my pocket. But this is where we start the magic. Look, we'll take the cup, we'll take the knot, we touch it, it comes down like this. We'll try that again. In fact, I have another knot in my pocket. We place it on my hand, a little spin of the wand, and we've got the ball there. Now, the reason I want to do this is to take this all away. We'll take this away, the knot, and then we end up with an egg. Now, some people might be surprised. They say the egg is different than the actual knot. There's the knot here, look. But here we have an onion. And the final thing is to wave here, and then we have a tomato. Now I can eat this evening. We'll just finish off with the rope. Place it back into the cup, and then pull, and there we have our 3 nuts. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Harriet, and thank you, Anthony, and thank you, the Academy. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
Oh, that was an absolute pleasure and delight, John, as it always is. You have a number of fans, myself included, really master magician. Now, before we come to the last act on our Gala show, his act has actually inspired the title for this show. It's In the Stars. I always like to give these shows as kind of subtitle rather than just Gala show. In the Stars. And the gentleman I mentioned him before. He will be the next president because he's the president-elect of the SAM currently, obviously president-elect, not next year, July. And he's from Canada. Like I said, he inspired the title for this show. Now, before I actually introduce him by name, please stick around because we have at the end what we call a meet and greet and what our Dean Joel refers to as schmooze and mingle. But immediately before that, I'm going to call on our press and PR officer. When we start the meet and greet, I'm going to call on him because we have a few awards for some people, and he will kind of be the master of ceremonies on those awards, which we will obviously bring up on screen, and then we'll get them to the named people. So stick around for that. It really is, well, we'll unmute your mics and you can give them some applause because they richly deserve these awards. They're slightly different each award. Stick around for that. And of course, the meet and greet where you can talk to the cast and everybody else. So to close our show in the most cosmic of ways, it really is In the Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome President-elect, Mr. Rod Chow.
The universe is comprised of billions and billions of stars and planets. Yet just a few may determine your destiny. Hi, I'm Rod Chow. Wow, what a great show, and it's so nice to be here at this SAM International Assembly. It's in the Stars Gala with all of you. Growing up, my father imparted upon me many valuable lessons. His favorite was be passionate in whatever I pursue. One of my passions is astrology. Before he passed away, he gave me his lucky gold coin. Now, as an astrologer, it surprises me that many people believe your destiny can be determined on a flip of a coin. What if your destiny was determined when coins were mere elements? The very same elements that make up the planets in our solar system. They say at the exact time and place of your birth, the stars and planets were aligned, so that no two people, even twins, have the exact same destiny. Astrology is based on the 12 signs of the zodiac, arranged 30 degrees apart in a full circle of 360 degrees. As the Earth orbits the Sun, the stars and planets appear to move through the sky. And where they stop at the exact time and place of your birth is what astrologers call your natal birth chart. So when you see a star in the sky, catch it and wish upon it. Because for all of you in the sign of Sagittarius, and I see that there are a few of you out there, this may be your star. And for all of you in the sign of Gemini, this could be your star. In fact, everyone here in the Stars Gala has a star, and that would be the sun, the center of our universe, around which everything revolves. Stars twinkle like white diamonds in the sky, but up close, they really are very colorful and maybe green or even violet. But the most important star in our solar system is the brightest star, the sun. Rising every single day. In astrology, the sun represents your identity. When we say, what is your zodiac sign? What we're really saying is, what is your sun sign? Now, significant celestial events may also play an important role in your life, such as a solar eclipse, when a new moon is in perfect alignment with the sun, and when the moon moves away from the sun, that may be your time to embrace a bold new beginning. The closest planet to the sun is also the hottest planet, Mercury. In its liquid form, it can be very fluid and take on many different shapes. But when it becomes cold, it becomes solid as a steel sphere. Although small in size, Mercury may play a big role in your destiny. Whereas your energy is contained in the red planet, Mars. No, not Mars the bar. Mars the planet. But like the chocolate bar, Mars provides the fuel to power your drive to take action. Stars, which appear very bright in the sky, may not be stars at all. They may be planets, like the planets Neptune and Venus. Venus for love, beauty, and romance. Neptune for mystery, imagination, and secrets. The universe is vast, encompassing all stars and planets. Even the largest, Jupiter. Jupiter is about growth, expansion, and adventure. Your map of the sky may have destined your life path the day you were born, but like the rings of Saturn, if you pursue the extreme boundaries of whatever you do have the ability to influence your destiny, because nothing is impossible. And the lessons you can learn from astrology, the wisdom and guidance of your parents and elders, and your own personal life experiences can empower you to reinforce your destinies. No matter who you are, where you're from, or whatever you believe in, the sun will always shine bright. And the rays of the sun will always fill us with this energy. So accept each ray as a precious gift, because it's certain as day turns into night, we're all destined to be custodians of our one little blue planet, Earth. Let's treat each element on our planet as treasure. And when you find yours, cherish it. Because it just may be your lucky gold coin. My name is Rod Chow, wishing all your stars align just right. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Rod.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
happy holidays, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the show part. And I would like to thank every single performer. Some of them can't be here in the meet and greet because guess what? Yeah, they're out gigging. That's cool. But each and every one of them, in fact, obviously wants to thank you. For the performers that are here, would you please, in a moment, I'll ask you to just unmute your mics and give everybody a round of applause. I don't think it's fair to do a curtain call because not everybody who performed is going to be here. So what I would do, in fact, before we go to the meet and greet and open it up and chat to everybody on the chat and through your mics, etc., is go to the award ceremony. Now, why are we having an award ceremony? Well, there have been a number of people in magic all over, IBM, the Magic Circle, the SEM, and other organizations who've done some sterling, wonderful work during lockdown, pandemic, and all the stuff that's happening outside your window right now. In particular, for the assembly, we'd be here all night if we gave awards to everybody, because every single person in this assembly has just been there, helped in ways that you cannot even begin to imagine, of which I am both personally and professionally extraordinarily grateful. So this is just a small gesture, this award ceremony, for some people, not everybody, just some people. We'll get to everybody at some stage. So what I would like to do, in fact, is the presentation of these awards are obviously going to be on screen. I would like to thank Alexander May, envoy, assembly envoy, and indeed member, obviously, from South Africa. He and I went back and we worked very hard on these things, and he eventually designed some really, really nice award certificates. I've now come to the point where I shall remain silent. Yippee! No. And I would like to turn you over to Alan Fisher, who has been in our previous Gala shows, who is our press and PR officer for the assembly. And he will, in fact, call out names of people who have these awards, and they will be presented, I think, only fittingly by the Dean of our International Assembly, Dr. Joel Zaritsky. So if we can bring Alan up on the screen, please. Oh, there he is. Hello, Alan.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome, sir. May I turn it over to you as our PR and press officer now?
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, as the press and PR officer of the SAM International Assembly, it gives me great pleasure to call upon our Dean, Dr. Joel Zaritsky, to present the following awards. The Darkstone Award for Outstanding Contributions to the Art of Magic goes to these gentlemen in no particular order. Dr. Michael Leike, MMC.
It is indeed an honor to be just in general a part of this International Assembly. I'm so grateful for the award, and my thanks go out to, of course, our president, Anthony Darkstone, our dean, Dr. Joel Zaritsky, and any of you, if there was any voting involved, I want to thank all of you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Leike. An outstanding contribution award for the Art of Magic also goes to Mr. John O'Riordan, MIMC, with Gold Star.
Thank you. What a surprise. Thanks very much indeed. I would never expect that. Thank you very much indeed. Lost for words.
You're quite welcome, John. Well deserved. And the final Art of Magic award goes to Brian Roley, MMC.
Thank you so much, and it's a great honor to receive this nice award and surprise. Of course, I'd like to thank, of course, our president, Anthony Darkstone, and our dean, of course, Joel, and everybody who contributed to this. And it's a really nice surprise and a very good honor. Thank you so much for everything that you have done for Magic and for the Assembly as well. Thank you.
Congratulations, Brian. The Darkstone Award for Continual Pursuit of Excellence in Editing Skills goes to Mr. Mark Williams, aka Mind Week.
I appreciate you, Tony, for giving me this award. I really appreciate Dr. Joel Zaritsky as well, and everyone at the SAM. Thank you all.
Congratulations, my friend. The Darkstone Award for Continual Pursuit of Excellence in Magical Mentoring goes to Mr. J. Scott Barry.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure, first off, to be on the stage, virtual stage, with all of you here. Thank you so much to Anthony. Thank you, everyone who's here. All I can say is I'll dedicate this award to all the giants upon whose shoulders we stand.
Thank you, my friend, and congratulations to you. And finally, the Darkstone Award for Excellence in Performance goes to our SAM President-elect, Rod Chow.
Wow. Wow, what a surprise and what a true honor. Thank you so much, International SAM Assembly, especially to the President, Anthony Darkstone, and our Dean. Anthony, you've taken this assembly and you've grown it and you made it strong and you brought magic to the masses. This is the 7th International Gala show, and the performers and all the show have been stellar, and it's just like something that's never happened before, and you made it happen. And so I'm so proud to be a part of this International Assembly, as well as to have all of you join us here today and throughout all the Gala shows and our meetings and so on, and for all the envoys to make the Assembly stronger and to help the SAM grow as well. So thank you, International Assembly. Thank you, Anthony Darkstone, the Dean, all the envoys, and to all of you for making this happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Rod. Congratulations to all of our award recipients this evening. Anthony, back to you.
Thank you, Alan, and thank you also to our Assembly Dean, Dr. Joel Zaritsky. Rod mentioned envoys, and for some time now, we've appointed some envoys for different countries. We have Michael Leakey for Canada. We have Atta Tivoli for France. We have Alexander May for South Africa, Nuruddin Majid Noor, Morocco and North Africa. We have Paul Abbey for England. We have Mark Fiskin for Scotland. We have, gosh, I should have written this down, shouldn't I? I'm going to leave somebody out. Elmo Huvila from Finland as our assembly gentleman there. Gene Brotus for Texas. Chris Heron as Faust for California, because we just try as the assembly to take the message of the SAM to every country and every large place that we can find. We have Assembly Envoy for Oceania, which encompasses Australia and all those islands scattered around there, which is J. Scott Berry. But I want to take this moment to say, delighted to welcome 2 new Assembly envoys to our International Assembly. One you have just seen, Brian Rollet from Malta, who is our new assembly then, and we also have just appointed another one that you've seen his performances, and he's been doing a terrific amount of magic, and I asked him and he said yes, he'd be delighted to be assembly envoy for England. Kevin Peel, by the way, any of Kevin's contacts that would like to get in touch with me, please do. You all know how to do that, and we can talk to you about the SAM and the assembly. So congratulations to Brian Rollet and to Kevin Peel. I'm also delighted to tell you, and this doesn't concern everybody, but particularly members of the Assembly and the SAM, that Brian Rollet took it upon himself and has begun work on creating a magnificent website for our Assembly. More news of that as we move along. So the idea is we will feature every member of the Assembly in there. And lastly, but not least, I also want to say a huge thank you to Rod Chow, who is kind of like the membership person in charge. I don't know the exact title for the SAM, and he has given us tremendous, and I mean that most sincerely, I'm not just saying that. I don't have to say it. I mean it. Tremendous, some of you have seen it, wonderful, tremendous support in making this International Assembly truly international. So many, many thanks to you, Mr. President-elect, for your unstinting efforts. And he very kindly awarded us this year, and indeed last year, 2 gold medals. One was Thurston and the other one was Milburn. So we're absolutely delighted on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, all that remains is to say thank you for attending. Thank you to all the friends that showed up, people that I didn't acknowledge. I had a chance to acknowledge some. If I didn't, you know how that rolls. We're all kind of pros here. Lots of lay people friends who were here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did and we did. So I'll just turn you over to the Dean of our Assembly, Dr. Joel Zaritsky, who will open up the meet and greet, and feel free one at a time. Don't all do it all at once, to put up things in the chat or put your mics on and talk to the cast or whatever you want to say. I see a lot of friends here I haven't acknowledged. Now's your chance. So from me, thank you. Whatever you celebrate this month, whatever your belief system, I wish you happiness in your celebrations. Enjoy, and thank you so much for all being here today. Over to you.
Before we go to the meet and greet, again, we all have to give a huge thank you to Anthony Darkstone, who, which you probably don't realize, as the producer and director of these shows, spends hundreds of hours backstage. There's so much backstage going on that you can't believe it. The hundreds of hours that he puts forth to make this a success. So grazie, grazie, grazie.
Bravo!
So I'm going to open up, allow everybody to unmute themselves.
Hello. Yes, Caitlin. Hi.
Hi, Anthony. Has anybody ever told you sound like Sean Connery?
Well, I have been known to do this now that you brought it up. Yes? Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. You're probably too young to remember that movie. We welcome you with open arms. Absolutely delighted to have you. Tim, Nice to see you, pal.
Hey, it's very nice to see all my brothers and sisters of magic. I am here in the Art Bell country of Nevada, and I'll let you figure that out on your own. I want to just let you know that watching this show today was a delight. I want to honor all of you as for your dedication for putting the show together. Jay, very beautiful. Karina, what a delight to see you step out of your box. The close-up magic today was spectacular. Rod Chow, I mean, my friend, I have to tell you, sir, the thought that went into your performance today was unprecedented. Unprecedented. You brought a lot of things to the table. It was all very well done. It was very well thought out. And the accolade that you got today was a small dedication to you, sir. Very nice. And we are excited to have you as our president coming up. So thank you very much for a great show. And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tim. Appreciate that. Well said. Thank you.
Oh, we have a nice one from Lee Alex. Lee, do you want to come up and say it rather than read it? I can read it. It says, thank you, Anthony, for putting this together. I'm especially excited to see Mind Week, aka Mark Williams. Greetings to you, Mark. Long time no see. So obviously, there we are. You have one fan, Mark.
Lee and I have been friends for many, many years. He started meeting with me kind of over Skype with like the Magic Bunny forums. I met him in Las Vegas several times at different conventions, and he's a really good friend and a great magician. So thanks, Lee, for coming by.
I'm just going to turn you over to Rod Chow because Rod knows the secret. He knows the secret of the Jack of Diamonds. Jack of Diamonds, not Jack Daniels. But you can share the secret now.
Well, the secret is that we don't want everyone to be drunk at the end of the evening, although some people may appear to be so. Actually, in their glasses, they actually are pouring tea. So Anthony is as sober as can be because he's been drinking tea all night. He is drinking tea and not the real Jack Daniels. Thank you, Anthony, for doing so.
No, what are you talking about? I've been drinking the real scotch the whole night long.
Listen, I made the gags about Dean Martin. Now, if you didn't know this, and been around as long as I have, all like, everybody loves somebody. Which one's the audience, pal? It was tea in the glass. Oh, young lady before said Sam, and then she corrected herself and said SAM. Very fast story while you're all making up your minds what to say next. I finished the lecture in Houston, and I was sitting in the back of the car with PJ and her mom, Terry. And I kind of said something and said, oh, SAM. And bless her heart, Terry turned around. And if you knew Terry, you'd get this. Looked at me. It's known as the SAM. Yes, ma'am. Oh, we just have something from Jean and Betty Protis. Great show. Thanks, everyone, for a terrific magical Saturday. Sonia, thank you for a wonderful show. Winter solstice blessings. Oh, I'll take those to everyone. And then, well, whatever. Thank you. Enjoy whatever holidays. Did you have your hand up, Kevin?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Anthony, for your friendship and joining the SAM when I did several months ago. It's just been one of the best things I've done in my entire magic career, and you are a fantastic group of people.
Yeah.
I love you all, and thank you for putting your trust in me to be a UK umpire in England. My friend Roy, who's in the room somewhere, and he messaged, I think he was trying to message you, but it ended up with me, which had another message beforehand, and it had locked onto me. And he's asking about your logo and thing behind you, etc. He was just interested in.
It's a long convoluted story, and and I have told it a little bit before, but that is, as J. Scott Berry and I prefer to refer to ourselves as mystics in every sense of the word. And yes, we do magic too. It is part of sacred geometry. Oh, Robin, did you want to come on?
It was wonderful. I've enjoyed everything.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to all the great cast. I mean, feel free to talk to anybody that's here.
It was a treat to be your assistant, John. Thank you.
Harriet, thank you so much. You're always such a pleasant lady to talk to across on Zoom. And I'd like to thank you, Anthony, for all the friendship that you've given me over the past few years and encouraged me to join the SAM. And it's just a pleasure to be with you tonight. And I just wish you all a very safe Christmas and a very healthy New Year. And thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, John. And you know, it's an honor and a pleasure to know you. And with Harriet and you speaking about dates and things, Harriet, you and I have a hot date.
Right. I have to
Well, not just us, not just us. You're going to bring this other friend of yours in. I wonder if anybody's heard about her. I think her name's Gay Blackstone. So come back to me. Come back to me because I got to do a lot of prep. Yeah, that's not.
I should know the date, which date in a couple days.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We have a little bit of time then to prep on that. Yeah, don't miss this. Harriet, as you gathered, and Gay Blackstone, who I've known a goodly while, is going to guest on the Darkstone dossiers in January. So let me see who else.
It's been a great show. I'm over a 50-year member with the SAM and currently president of the IBM. And we wish the two of us can get together. See, this is the award that I had gotten 6 years ago.
Okay.
Being a 50-year member. And now I'm a past president of the SAM Assembly 194 in Yonkers. And your show really was very entertaining and had a lot of great magic.
Thank you. Thank you. Kudos, in fact, to every single performer. Very quickly acknowledge an old, long-time curmudgeon, probably as much of a curmudgeon as I am. Nah, I'm a better curmudgeon. And that's Paul Critelli. We've spent wonderful times together. Hello to Jeffrey Clark. A very big hello to, recently came across this lady through one of our Assembly envoys, Magic Noor, up in Morocco, Miriam Al Sultan, who is in California, if I understand it correctly. So thank you for coming. Nice to be here. Lee Alex, I will be contacting you because I want to talk to you about the SAM logo, but I will do that probably the end of this month or early January. Okay.
Michael Kelly.
Yes,
Kelly.
Michael, please, Michael. Yes. Thank you, Joel. I'm trying to kind of watch everything. Go ahead.
Hello, Anthony. Hello, all.
Michael.
Another fantastic gala show. Thank you. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Great theme. Absolutely wonderful theme. Of course, the real stars were the cast. That was so cohesive. Everyone was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Enjoyed it thoroughly.
You brought him. You brought him. Good.
Yes. He hasn't got a lot to say because his performance style is a little wooden. Yeah, but thank you from both of us. Absolutely.
You're so welcome, and it was fantastic having you on the Darkstone dossiers, and indeed in one of our previous gala shows. Jay Scott Berry and I have kind of muted this idea around, and it will come to pass. Quite when we don't know, but probably next year sometime, where we're all going to gather things like you've got old Nick there. Puppets. Joel's got a few. He's got a dragon and a couple of other things that happen, and with Catherine Rhodes. So we're all going to kind of like gather together and just have some fun with our various puppets and talking dolls and whatever. Oh, it's George. Yeah, George. Did you like Brian's and Lola's Sub Drunk?
Of course I did. You know, I'm always.
Yeah. I know.
I'm always going to enjoy watching them do it, but I'm always going to enjoy watching anyone do that trick.
Yeah, but they're particularly good, aren't they?
Well, I enjoyed it, and Melina was there to see it this time as well. So I was messaging her at the same time, explaining that it's my favourite illusion. I was explaining to Melina at the same time.
Well, I just want to say a huge shout out to a very dear pal of mine, Crow XP. Who's here. She's not going to say much, I know. And of course, from the Magic Circle, the one and only Mr. Keith Payne. Nice to see you again, Keith. Hope you're well, sir. Gentleman called Roy Stone has his hand up.
Anthony, I can't put my camera on. Great show that I've missed. Will it be on replay?
Yes, we have our Dean Joel as a showcase. And everything we do, the Darkstone dossiers, the gala shows, including this one, go on the showcase eventually. So yes, the answer to your question is that's how it works. And yes, there always is one.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yep, you're welcome.
Anthony, can you hear me now?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, PJ. Yay.
So now that I'm vocal, I want to thank everyone who performed today. What a fabulous end of the year show. It's just really a wonderful get well present from all of y'all. Thank you so much. And I wanted to say something. I think Harriet just stepped out, unfortunately, but I wanted to say to anyone who loves to cook and has an awesome recipe, get in touch with Harriet Jacobson because they are putting out a cookbook for the American Museum of Magic as a fundraiser.
Is it all right to mention something?
Sure.
Yeah, I just want to thank for everyone that's performed on these gala shows. I think it's great. I think it's great that it's having an international assembly is bringing the world together. I know there's been some people that, like in a dark times, the online abilities have allowed contacts around the world that people have only dreamed about. I've got the absolute pleasure of actually being meeting up with Kevin Pill for his activities and the guys there, and also I have to say J. Scott Berry. I want to congratulate him on his on his award. He has for us in Australia, it's been great that he's been doing lessons online. And for our Newcastle Magic Society Club, it's been great seeing how a lot of our members have actually improved or have learnt new skills on behalf of Jay's lecturing.
He's designed the posters, both of them, for this show. We've known each other since Noah built the Ark. So
if
thank
I may
you.
jump in real quick,
Oh,
Anthony?
sure. Go ahead,
I'll
Jay.
just
Anytime,
follow up
brother.
from what Jeffrey said. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's producing the Magic In online convention coming up in February. Fantastic cast. Sean Farquhar, Suzanne, myself, two others, all-star. Just want to make a note. We all sort of help each other. Please check that out. Please support it. Incredible price. I mean, he's got a special like $15 Australian pre-Christmas special. I mean, that's like, $11. So you can't go wrong an entire full day online. Now, that said, this is for everyone. Now, as you know, I'm always trying to push the boundaries of the art. I'm always trying to find areas. I look for areas that sort of need improvement. And a few months back, you will recall, I introduced you to the tissue paper flowers that I'm making and how to make them and kind of construct them very, very easily, how to contain them. And I've had incredible success with these. I can't say enough about how practical. Now, I've produced a download called Wonder Workshop, which is like another 20 years in the making. And this is for all of you, of course, the In the Stars. So these are magical puzzles that take the place or as alternatives to balloons. If you think every balloon you give away, any balloon artist, it's a gift, it's a magical craft. But the problem is they pop. The problem is a lot of venues don't want them. Sometimes kids get very upset. So what I've been doing is developing all these amazing little magical crafts that work beautifully, inexpensive, lightweight, pack small, play big. They're keepsake giveaways. Each one of these, all these different designs, these are the Christmas themed ones. You've got that. Pocket wands. Just this idea of creating within a few seconds right in front of their eyes these little magical pocket wands as giveaways. That one's got the bell on it. This is my Christmas flower. Oh, that one's also got the bell inside. So I'm real big on having to have a magical moment with someone on stage as sort of as a helper, but also say, look, back, after the show, meet me out front for autographs and such, and you can give these items away. And even in terms of teaching, these are the little pocket wands. See, it's like really simple magical things leading all the way up to these very cool three-dimensional designs, all of which can be made very quickly, again, very inexpensively, but truly unique, magical keepsake gifts.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for showing up. I think a lot of folks have left because it's late in the day, not as early as it is for some folks. So thank you. I don't know if anybody wants to say some end words. If not, I will give the end words to wonderful Dean of our Assembly, Joel Zawitsky, and a huge thank you again to our press and PR man. Just really great job today. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate it. Thank you from me. Happy everything, whatever it is you're celebrating or not. Have a wonderful, new year. We'll be back, as they say. Over to our Dean, Joel.
Yeah, as my Jewish grandmother used to lovingly say to me, Arrivederci.